Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Agensi Anti Dadah. ID student DM10211166. I'm for enforcement management. Today I will presenting you about the introduction of drug abuse. Drug abuse or substance abuse refers to the use of certain chemical for the purpose of creating pleasurable effect on the brain. Furthermore, there are over 119 million drug users around the world, and the problem has been increasing at the alarming rate, especially among young adults under the age of 30 years old. The second one, the role of a drug abuse. Why is the substance abuse important? Okay, let me tell you about it. Substance abuse has a major impact on individual, families, and communities. Okay. Furthermore, the effect of substance abuse are cumulative, significantly contributing to costly social, physical, mental, and public health problem. This is about the why is the role of the drug abuse. Thirdly, what is a drug abuse in Malaysia? Okay, drug abuse mean use of a drug that is not for a medical purpose. Okay, other than that, an individual will continue using it. Moreover, what is the tolerance? Okay, occurs when the individual need to take increasing amount of the drugs to obtain the same effect. That's all from me about the introduction, drug abuse. Okay, I will pass it to the next student. They will talk about the agency anti dadah kebangsaan. Okay, it's about the AADK. Thank you from me.
Hi, my name is Siti Shafika binti Azizal, batch 25B, DM 1021052. We'll be presenting about the function of AADK. First is to enforce, carry out, and give effect to the provision of the Dangerous Drug Act 1952, except for Section 457, Paragraph 9, Structure 1, Structure A, Section 11, Subsection 12, Structure 1, and Section 16, 17. Such as in Section 2, cannabis resin means the separate resin, whether crude or profane, obtained for any plant of genus cannabis, other than that is conveyance, including ship, train, bicycle, aircraft, or any other means of transport by which person or goods can be carried. 2 is to prevent and suppress illicit trafficking and misuse of dangerous drugs. 3, to lead assistance in any misuse of dangerous drug matter on a request by a foreign state as provided under the Mutual Assistance in Criminal Matter Act 2002. Lastly, to educate the public against misuse of dangerous drugs. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Muhammad Ikmal Kwan bin Halim and my ID number is DEM 1021107 from batch 25B. Today I will presenting about the role of AADK. First, to enforce, exercise, discharge and perform the powers, duties and functions under the Drugs Dependent Act 1983. Second, they enforce the administer to carry out and give effect to the provision of the Dangerous Drug Act 1988. Third, they also enlist and foster public support in combating misuse of dangerous drugs. Fourth is to advise the minister on policies relating to prevention of misuse, dangerous drug, treatment and rehabilitation of drug dependent, special preventive misuse of person associated with trafficking in dangerous drug and the forfeiture of properties connected with dangerous drug offense. Finally, to generally perform any other duty for combating misuse and dangerous drug or do all matters incidental to RETO. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sharon Nizam. My ID DAM 11211138. 1. Prevention, Division, Prevention. Prevention is long-term strategy that aims to protect a person from getting involved with drug abuse. To achieve this goal, one needs to ensure the protective factors and reduce the risk factors. With the existence of this strategy, each individual will successfully prevent himself from getting involved with the symptoms of the drug, even if it's simple and easy to obtain. Function: educate the public to abuse the abuse of dangerous drug. 2. Get and mention public support in combating dangerous drug abuse and advise minister on policy relating to the prevention of dangerous drug abuse. 2. Enforcement and Security Division. The National Anti Dadah Agency perform a function as set out in Section C of the AADK Act 2004, except for the Dangerous Drug Act 1952. Function: performing operation to detect and arrest suspected person drug addicts. Supervisor person management. Handling of complaints related to drug problem. Opening of investigation paper on who have violated the condition of supervision. Persuasion on the investigation paper that has resulted an endorsement from the Deputy Public Prosecutor. Straight handling complaints with safety management and drug rehabilitation investigation. Objective: detect drug addicts who refer to underground treatment and rehabilitation voluntarily. Take action on public complaints related to drug abuse activity. Manage, supervisor and implement the pupil under supervision program. Improving the level of security in institution and combination. File of work. The terms or reference of National Anti-Drug Agency are as follows. Create a prevention program. Implement treatment and rehabilitation program. Improve the drug information system and evaluate the effectiveness of the National Anti-Drug Program. Enhance national and international cooperation in combating the trade of drugs. Provide secretarial service to the National Drug Council. The National Anti-Drug Agency are also established at the static and director levels. The starter AADK Director is responsible to the AADK Director General, while the District AADK Chief Office is responsible to the Static AADK Director.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Amir Haziq bin Zanuri. My ID student is DEM 1021060. Number 3 is Treatment, Medicine and Rehabilitation Division. Drug addiction recovery requires a lifelong effort because drug addiction is a chronic relapsing disease and prolonged. This means this drug addiction will remain with the individual who abuses it for a long time, where there are individuals who depends on the drug for survival. However, individuals involved in this drug addiction can recover and are able to stop using the drug. Drug addiction makes it difficult for an individual to function in his or her daily life. It affects how the individual behaves with his family, at work and in society. It is a difficult and challenging things to change many things at one time and not go back to old habits. Recognizing this challenge, National Anti-Drug Agency, throughout the Medical Treatment and Rehabilitation Division, has taken the initiative by implementing various approaches in drug treatment and rehabilitation program in line with National Anti-Drug Agency policy by providing holistic treatment and rehabilitation, accepting drug addicts as patients, and return drug addicts as individual, which work for self, family, and society. National Anti-Drug Agency provide comprehensive treatment and rehabilitation through an institution rehabilitation and in community rehabilitation approach. Emphasis have been given to the implementation of psychosocial program, medical treatment and skill and career training, as well as botany, spiritual, religious approach. National Anti-Drug Agency constantly strive to improve the effectiveness of treatment and rehabilitation, covering physical, mental, social, and spiritual needs to that individual caught up in this drug addiction can get their life back on track and life drug free. The expansion National Anti-Drug Agency service has been done in an effort to provide treatment and rehabilitation for as long as they need it. Number 4 is International Unit. The International Unit responsible for coordinating international relations involving bilateral and multilateral cooperation, as well as complementing the others for key strategic thrusts, namely prevention, education, treatment and rehabilitation, and enforcement and harm reduction. Among the main objectives of international cooperation in drug-related field are as follows. Number 1, build and maintain international relations in the development of holistic, integrated, and balanced strategy for demand reduction and supply reduction. Number 2, involve the country actively in international meetings and state the country for determining the direction of international drug policy. Number 3, share and exchange information on the latest and effective effort to reduce drug abuse in the country based on the best practice and evidence based. Number 4, enhance staff competencies through seminar, training and international conference, as well as exchange of expertise through intensive training program abroad.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Nazmi bin Baharim. My ID number is DEM 1121170. My course is Diploma Enforcement Management, and I want to present about how did Agensi Anti Dadah play an important role deal with drug abuse. In recent years, there have been increasing accounts of illegal substance abuse among university students and professional groups in Malaysia. This study looked at university student perception about this phenomenon. Students from Malaysia universities were asked from their impressions about drug ability and abuse, as well as factors contributing to drug abuse, and replaced the question also inquired into their knowledge and view regarding government versus private rehabilitation center, as well as their exposed to and view about school-based drug prevention education, were forced 260 university students from 5 Malaysian states in Penang, Selangor, Kuala Lumpur, Sabah and Sarawak. Results show gender difference in perception of prevention strategy, as well as factor leading to drug abuse and reflect students about belief that drug education will be more effective in initial between the age of 11 and 12 years, which is slightly older than common age of first exhaust and provided suggest for improving existing program. Implication of student perception for the enforcement of Google intervention and educational program as discussed. That's all for me. Assalamualaikum. Bye bye, and we will continue with Misha, my friend.
Hi, my name is Ramanusharani Padmanabhan. I'm studying Diploma in Enforcement Management. My ID number is DEM 08211108. Drug abuse continues to be a major problem in Malaysia, with almost half of the Malaysian prison population of 30,000 having been indicted for various drug-related offences. Acknowledging the importance of drug abuse and replace as a public health issue, the Malaysian government has implemented a number of programs aimed at curtailing drug distribution as well as improving drug treatment programs. Starting from 2010, the National Anti-Drug Agency (NADA) undertook efforts to transform their existing rehabilitation programs to a so-called open concept approach. Rather than focusing solely on compulsory rehabilitative treatment for convicted drug offenders, the open concept approach provided drug users with the opportunity to receive treatment voluntarily at local community service centers without facing legal judgment or prosecution. This new approach was aimed at allowing relapsed users to seek treatment while continuing with their life and career, while also encouraging drug users with the motivation to change to seek treatment voluntarily with no legal consequence moving forward. To effectively deal with drug abuse, it will be important to get a clear picture of the problem as it stands in the current social context. The transformation of Malaysian society to a more modern and globalized culture has caused much of the existing research on drug abuse to become outdated. A case in point will be the change in drug users profile in Malaysia over the years. To conclude, this research was able to shed some light on students' opinions in regards to their drug education and prevention, preferred media for learning and sharing information, insights on drug knowledge and prevention strategies, and prescription about treatment service. In the future, it is hoped that such feedback from non-user population can be factored into drug prevention and other public health programs.
Shalini Velan. My ID is DEM 08211094 from Diploma in Enforcement Management. Her couple, who were illegally selling ganja cookies and cakes via social media, were arrested in separate raids in the Klang Valley on Tuesday. City Narcotics Criminal Investigation Department Chief Assistant Commissioner Sahar Abdul Latif said police carried out surveillance on the suspect for a month before. They executed the operation codenamed Hofstrom on Tuesday. He said suspect then led investigators to another residency in PJ Midtown in Jalan Kemajuan where 20-year-old girlfriend was.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Priya Darshini, daughter of Madhavan from Enforcement Management DEM 07211155. Sahar said police discovered another 131 jars of cookies believed to contain cannabis, 41 ganja cakes, 8 slabs of cannabis weight 7.8 kg, 31 liters of liquid cannabis, oven and other material used for baking. Initial police investigation revealed that the two them were lovers and they have been actively selling the cookies for Rs 100 and the cakes for Rs 50 each by marketing it to their close friends on Instagram. Checks show they rent the unit in Petaling Jaya for Rs 3,000 8 months ago, but sold the cookies and cakes only for past 5 months, he said. Sahar said urine tests showed the man positive for cannabis while the girlfriend's test result come back negative for drugs abuse. Both have been remanded for facilitate investigation under Section 39B of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952 for trafficking. The man been remanded for 6 days while the woman is remanded for a week starting September 8. Police also seized Rs 11,790 cash and a BMW X3 from the duo following both their arrests. Sahar said all the items seized were estimated to be worth Rs 491,089. Thank you.
Selamat sejahtera kepada Miss Tana Rishmi. My name is Satyagori Anapapan Kusnasamy. My ID is DEM 08211011. I want present our conclusion. Drugs use and addiction cause a lot of disease and disability in the world. Research advance in neuroscience may help improve politics and reduce the harm that the use of tobacco, alcohol, and other psychoactive drugs is imposed on social. Effective action should take into account the following. Number 1. Since the actions of drugs on health vary greatly depending on the type of drugs and on the way it is used, the public health response to drugs user should be proportional to the health relative harm in cases. Number 2. The greater the frequency and amount of drugs used, the higher the risk of become dependent. Number 3. Public health policies and programs that address not only drugs dependent but also other forms of harmful drug use close health to a signature reduce in the overall health burden of drugs user. Number 4. The risk of becoming dependent of drugs is determined by a combination of biology, genetic, psychology, social, cultural, and environment factors. Currently, it is impossible to direct who will become drugs dependent. Number 5. Drugs dependent is a medicine disorder, not a lack of willpower from strength of character. Number 6. Drugs dependent and mental illness often affect the same individual. Therefore, the words be useful for integrate research assessment and treatment of both types of disorder. Number 7. The cost-effective treatment and management of drugs dependent can save lives, improve health and reduce cost of social. Number 8. Treatment must be accessible to all in need, and the healthcare score shows provided the most score in active treatment. Number 9. Projective and discrimination against drugs depend public is one of the main barriers to their treatment. Everyone has the same right to healthcare, education, work opportunity, and integrating into social. Number 10. Investment in brain research on drugs dependent must continue and expect cover science, social, invited treatment, and police research. The result of research shows be used to devise evidence-based policies to reduce the burden from drugs use. Research advance in the treatment of drugs-dependent raise difficult ethical issues that must be addressed by scientific and police community as a priority. Thank you.